Okay everybody, tonight I'm messing with the bracketry. I figured out, or remembered, or whatever you want to call it, how the power steering bracketry goes. So I'm bolting that on, and this side, that's the trailer toolbox lid. This side goes the alternator and the air conditioner and all that good stuff. And there's like a little P-clip type of thing that I got to put on that intake bolt there, but I'll do that. And the throttle return spring hook or whatever, where the throttle return spring hooks, it's got to go under that bolt there, but I'll do that before I put it on, that way I don't get them pointed crooked or nothing. But yeah, messing with the bracketry right now. I don't remember if anything goes there. It was loose when I took the water pump off. So I'll find out if something goes there. If not, I'll just snug her down. That's what I'm doing tonight. Alright, power steering bracket and hardware is figured out. This is pretty nice. I didn't notice this when I took it apart. But there's like a nice 1/2-inch drive square there. Like just for tightening the belt. I know on some of the other stuff, like I think some of your Chevys, your older Chevys of this vintage, you're sticking like a pry bar between some of this stuff, trying to get it as tight as you can. It's been a while since I've worked on a Chevy of this vintage, but that's what my friends and I always did, so I don't remember anything like that being there. I've always said Buicks were kind of like for the fancy folk that wanted the, you know, the luxury of a Cadillac, but didn't want to own a Cadillac. You know, then you had the Buick. But I was reading today on the internet, they came up with a lot of innovative designs, and they were their own company for a while there before, of course, you know, General Motors acquired them. Although I think they were also the forerunner to General Motors, if I remember correctly from what I read today, but I don't know, somebody can correct me on that. But yeah, now to do the AC stuff. So for this lower AC and alternator bracket, I want to say this long bolt probably goes in that set of holes. I think the coil mounted there. There's a bolt there on the head on the side. Right there goes above the exhaust manifold. Alright everybody, so that is the air conditioner bracketry and the alternator. It's just mocked up so I can remember where it goes, but at least the top one's gonna have to come off, so that way when I go to put the exhaust manifold on, it's not in the way. The coil mounts to that same lower bracket. There's a bunch of other stuff that I could put on, but I gotta dig a stud out of the exhaust manifold before I can put it on. And then I gotta remember how the wiring routes too. I know for a fact that it went over the intake and it came down through here somewhere. And then there's a little channel down on the side of the block that it ran through to get to the starter. And there's your oil pressure sensor down there. So yeah, not a whole lot. Just a lot of remembering where stuff goes, how it went, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, no, I'm just happy to remember where all the brackets and stuff went, because that was eating at me. It's like, I'm not gonna remember where any of this goes. But so far I'm remembering it, so that's all that matters. I'm probably going to take that one off, that upper one off, just so I can put the plastic bags back over it, keep the mice and bugs and stuff out of the intake. So, thanks for watching.